Hey, welcome to a brand new episode of Straight Up Sugar Podcast. I am your host, Calvin, and we have a special edition today, man. We have one of the most talented actors I've seen, young actors I've seen in a long, long time. I didn't recognize him at first, but I was like, wait a minute, I know this commercial he did before. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're going all the way to Chicago with Edward Williams III, aka Travis Capone, aka Young Sweater Weather. How you doing, Travis?
What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
Doing good. And Travis is one of the stars of a show that I've been watching since I've been cooped up in the house and, recovering from surgery and everything. And he's as one of the stars of the show called Southside. It wasn't Comedy Central, but now it's been picked up by HBO Max. So, man, Edward, man, thank you so much for coming on our show today.
Yeah, man. No, it's great to have me, man. Make sure the people know the name is Edward Williams III. That's 3 I's at the end. Remember the name. On comedy on Southside, I go by Travis Capone. Hey, I'll tell you something. You probably or people probably didn't even catch. I really take a lot of pride in my name to the point where in one of the episodes I ad-libbed and I said my name. I said, but they wouldn't let me keep the full name. So I had to switch it up. But I say I'm Travis Capone, aka Ted Williams III.
I caught that. I caught that today. You was in the truck. You was in the truck when you said it, and I was like, "Did he just say Ted Williams III?" I caught that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my sister, she gets mad because like I work in TV, and so she's like, "Man, you always pick up the small stuff." I'm like, I can't help it. Like, I just kind of I could just see what the actors are doing in the show because I work on TV, so it's kind of like, man, I see what y'all doing there. So yeah, I caught that today. I actually saw it. That's like, man, he just said Ted Williams III. I'm like, so, but now we have the official Ed Williams III. He's been in a lot of stuff, not just Southside, but a lot of stuff, man. But young and up and coming actor, man. And uh, admittedly, my family loves you. My sister think you cute, so I'm like, man, come on now, like, I got to be professional here. But man, phenomenal. You've been in a Holiday Heist on BET. I remember him from all the way back in the Finish Line commercials. I'm like, man, it's so to see him blossom right now, and he is on Southside. Is quickly picking up steam right now. Everybody's loving it on social media. So man, Travis, I did it again. See, Edward, how can tell us about you? Who is Edward Williams III?
Man, we're still trying to figure that one out. That one's still up for grabs. Edward, man, he's made up of 3 things, 3 entities: mind, body, and soul. And just living life, walking as a thespian, man, trying to perfect my craft. When I was growing up, I used to be on a dance team. I used to try to sing to impress the ladies. I cut hair to make money. I told jokes because I was funny. uh, Man, I used to footwork. I did it all, and but I always wanted to be like an actor. My dad my dad was a pastor. He's deceased. My goddad's a pastor. I've been in church my whole life, so I'm PK all around, all the way around. Um, Man, it's just, hey, I'm just like I said, I'm gathering it all up, just
A Renaissance
waiting,
man.
waiting on the world to recognize
Oh yeah, and
what's
man,
passing through.
yep. And make sure we're gonna keep saying this. Make sure y'all remember the name Edward Williams because I mean, even what you're saying that is like a Renaissance man. You kind of bring that in Edward Williams III. It's kind of like royalty, man. Like it has that name to it that you have to remember. So make sure y'all remember the name because he is a Renaissance man. If you've seen his acting, you got range, man. I give you that. You got range, man, because I saw a little bit of the Holiday Heist on BET that you did. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I thought I liked Travis, but no, hold up. This is I don't like this character Edward playing. I like Travis, but this dude on Holiday Heist, I'm like, hold up now. But no, man, that to me that shows you got range, man. So he is definitely an actor that you have to look out for because I mean, man, you're going places, and now I think that which I have on Southside, you have a bigger platform now, And so with that being said, like, so the show is called Southside, but like, aren't you originally from like you're from Georgia, right? But how did you come to like to go in Chicago?
Oh man, I was born in Atlanta. I was born in Macon, um, raised in San Diego, California, and my mom and my stepfather moved to Indiana in 2000, and that's how I ended up down this way. And as I got older, I never left. And then I moved over to Illinois and just kind of blossomed from there, man. I got into doing stand-up comedy, and then I got into stage plays. That went from there to meeting an agent to auditioning for shows and booking them. Uh, you said you know me all the way back from the finish line, but do you remember me in Chicago Med?
I don't remember. I don't remember Chicago Med, but I did see some of your stuff from
I
Chicago
did
PD.
I did PD. I actually did PD as an extra, and then I did PD as a featured extra, and then I came back and did PD as a guest star.
Hmm. And then that in itself was like a controversial episode itself. So, man,
Yeah,
that's what I said. That when you say range, that was a kind of like a hot topic episode, but then like you deliver it as like an actor would, like as a real person though. So, man, I have to go back and watch that, man. But one thing you said is that you do a lot of acting in Chicago, and a lot of people just think you have to go to Hollywood just to get acting gigs. But you saying a bulk of your acting comes from Chicago?
actually, pretty much all of my acting comes out of Chicago. Um, One, I would say maybe I did 9 Finish Line commercials. So maybe 5 of those commercials were in the block when they flew me out to LA. So I got flued out one time. Yeah, I got flued out. And that was just amazing because not only did I get flued out, like a hot girl in the summer, um, they direct booked me. So, I did the Finish Line commercials, but when I was there, I kept telling them, I said, hey, I want y'all to make me the Finish Line guy. And they listened. And like the next time they got ready to do some more commercials, they called my agent, said they want me to come back. Man, put me on the first class flight to LA. And that was like the start of my career. It was like, wow, like my agent hadn't had like a direct booking like that before, like where I didn't even audition for the second batch of commercials. Um, I also did a Lowe's commercial with Whirlpool before. People kind of spot me in that. Um, so yeah, I just like it. And for a minute, when I first started doing acting, a lot of people, even my own mom, didn't recognize me in some of the stuff I did. So like you say, the range, yeah, but it's very it's so funny because I'm so ambiguous. Like you wouldn't be able to spot me if you didn't pay attention because my hair changed. I don't know what it is about me, but if I change my hair, boy, I look either 5 years younger, five
Yep.
years older. Man, my appearance for some reason completely changed. My mom didn't even recognize me in Holiday Heist.
Yeah, and I was like that. I didn't know who you were in Holiday. I was like, wait. Then you add the hair to it. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so that threw me off big time, man. Hey, but hey, we have Edward Williams III, actor, comedian. I'm gonna post some fun on the block, but we have more Edward Williams III. Remember his name, y'all, because he's gonna be big deal coming up. So stay tuned. We have more Edward Williams III. Stay tuned.
Straight up means to be able to speak in a way that is straight up, to be honest, and to speak your truth.
Raw, uncut, you know what I mean? It's blunt, straight to the point. This what it is.
It's just a place to be open and honest, and that's what I appreciate most about it. And it provides a place for community members to come together and just be straight up with each other about things that are going on in the world because it affects all of us.
Unfiltered, raw, with all the cursing that Calvin does.
Straight up is just being real, telling it like it is, being you.
Being solid, being who you are, no matter what it is, no matter what situation you're faced with, right? This is who you are. It really speaks to me saying it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. Straight up.
I want to give it up to Travis and the Capone boys for falling through.
Come on, man. We look up to you. Me and the Capone boys. You got my homie Big Red Riding Hood. My dude Chattanooga, he from Tennessee. And big homie Do Twice. He do everything twice. Hey, just hearing Uncle Spike and everything, man, I'm even thinking about going back and getting my gig.
Your GD?
Why you gotta spell it?
All right, so once again, we're back with Mr. Edward Williams III, actor, comedian, because he is funny. I gotta say, when I was doing my research on you, Edward, I know that you do impersonations.
Yeah, you know I do.
And then there's one impersonation I saw that I was like, wow, he's spot on. He's really a good actor. That was Mr. Ray Charles. And, you know, I don't know. You can say no, but I was wondering, can you give us a little Ray Charles, you know, before you? I know you have your sunglasses around you right now, but you don't have to do it though. I'll put you on the spot.
Yeah, I keep a pair.
He got the glasses. He got the glasses. What's up, Ray?
Well, how you doing, man? Here's the thing. When you think pennies, you get pennies. And when you think dollars, man, you get dollars. Well, I got a woman. Real time. Is it good to me? Oh, yeah. She give me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a kind of friendy. I got a woman. Real time. Is it good to me? Oh, yeah.
Mr. Ray Charles, everybody. man, that's great, man. So and I know you're an actor, man, and you have range. So I mean, I'm pretty sure there is a lot of times as an actor, you were like speaking to yourself, like how did you like just like because a lot of people they have this one skill set. Man, you went from commercial to TV to drama to comedy, like you know, because Chicago PD, man, that's a good show. But like just like I said, that episode you were in when you were acting, when you actually had a speaking role, like that was serious. How are you able to channel just like with everything going on, especially these past couple of years? How are you able to channel that specific role and just be like not be you know the comedian, like the comedic side of Travis Capone, but being the person you know at that scene to where you have to be serious and then you know this is a real life issue going on. You know what I mean? How did you channel that side to be serious?
Yeah. You know, that's it's a very layered question. And that's why I say, you know, it's gonna really, I believe it's gonna take my whole lifetime for people to understand me fully. But I'll try to give it to you now in this time. So how I would answer that is this. You say young, and I appreciate it because I am young, and I know people would say that I am. But I've been on this earth now for 30 years. And in that time that I've spent here, I've learned a number of things. And one of those things is channeling emotion. I have no formal acting training. All of this, like you said, all of this is, oh, you didn't know that. Oh, yeah, you didn't do that much research. Oh, man, I have no formal training. I took one acting class once I really decided to really do this thing. And I took that with a man named Richard Gallion. I did a lot of stage plays with Richard. Richard has a TV show, a TV series that he shot that I'm in. We shot the pilot episode. It's called Desperate. But Richard is my only source of educating me on how to present myself as an actor. And I took that. I went to YouTube University, and I just became a sponge, man. And I really, really honed in to perfect my craft because practice doesn't make perfect. It makes permanent. The way you practice some things, you know, they say the theory of an expert is 10,000 hours. But my man, at this point in my life, I guarantee I done put in about 20.
I hear that. I see.
So and not on acting, I put about 20 just in living, man. And what I've learned is that all our emotions are right there. I'm mad right now. I'm happy right now. I'm sad right now. I'm hilarious. I'm furious. I'm angry, all at the same time. And how do we do that? Because we can't control them. We just channel them, and we use our energy the way we want to use it. And a lot of people choose to use their energy for negativity because that's easier to feed. When positivity is way harder to achieve. But it's a choice that you make. So with that character, literally, I'll be super honest with you. When I the character for Chicago PD, the description for that character was that he was a basketball player, but he was giving a speech about, Black Lives Matter. When I was in the audition room, everybody was going in there yelling like they were protesters. You could hear them outside yelling the lines. But me, I've always been very observant to, I'm like you, I'm super keen to details. I said a basketball player wouldn't be yelling like that. A basketball player, especially a college basketball player, oh, he too cool to be yelling. So if he is giving his speech, he's not giving it to him like a protester. So, bro, I went in and I just was like, yo, I gave a speech like this, like, America means this, like I was a cool college basketball. And I wore a Leatherman's jacket in there, you know what I'm saying? But I was just, and then I always do something in the audition room to make myself memorable, so I ain't gonna tell my secrets. But I did something to make myself memorable. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And I got a call back, and then I did the same thing, and I booked it, So yeah, so it's for me getting into these characters, dude. I'll show you. Wait, just like I said, wait till they really see, man. I'm working on some stuff. And I know you said we'll get into that. I'll let you know about that. I'm working on some stuff right now, man. That's hopefully you guys enjoy the work, the labor of my work.
Yeah, and I totally
the fruits of my labor. There it is.
Fruits of your labor, yeah, man. And like I said, man, I'm gonna keep saying this. Remember the name, man. Edward Williams III. Remember his name. And we got some Louisiana connections. I see you friends with Nick Nack Pattywhack. And I'm like, hold up, man. You know Big Nick? Like that's like a Louisiana jewel right there.
Hey, dog. That's my man's man, dude. I met him through one of my acting buddies, Tarzan. And Nick, Dan Rue, Mick Asshole, yep. Tarzan.
Yep.
You got Donovan with a spoon. Mm-hmm. All of them from New Orleans.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy because we've been watching them for so long, and like to see them like just like go over there, man. I'm so proud of all y'all, man. So I mean, Edward Williams III, we're gonna keep saying his name, man, because you gotta remember his name. But man, he just dropped some gems on us, man. Like even if you don't act, that's just life knowledge. And like because I'm kind of the same way. Like you sound young, but man, like I grew up, man. Our rent was $150, and like it had boarded up doors. This wasn't on Section H. This was all just like rent. And like I said, man, I feel that struggle. And people always say that I'm from Shreveport, and they always say that Shreveport is like Chicago #2. Because I mean,
wait, Shreveport, where's that?
Shreveport, it's Louisiana. It's like North Louisiana. So it's kind of like you got Shreveport, Baton Rouge, and then you got New Orleans. So it's kind of like a big map that's going. So we're the third biggest city in Louisiana. So we kind of like that. Call it Chicago #2, man, because it's kind of so just that struggle, man. To say, man, I probably live more life than people did in 30 years than anybody who like 60. Because man, like just got to keep grinding, man. Like so, just know like I always say, man, know means next opportunity. Next opportunity. So don't be hungry, man. So I love to see that hunger that you have and that gem you just gave us, man, because that's that's knowledge right there. So we're gonna talk about this show that everybody's like. I see a lot of my friends on social media talking about. And I'm like, wow, what is it? Well, like, man, I've been watching the show for 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's it first came on Comedy Central, but since HBO Max is coming out, man, it got picked up on HBO Max. It's called Southside.
Yes, sir.
And it's kind of like a play on like Rent a Center, because I mean I know I got some stuff in my house from Rent a Center, but I'm just playing. Hey. But no, it's like
don't judge me here.
but no, like it's called Southside. It's the two best friends kind of on their hustle, and it's kind of like a knock in Rent a Center, but it has so much character in the show with different actors. But Edward, just tell us about your character in the show and how did you get this gig on Southside? What's the show about?
So like you said, man, the show's about two friends, man. They just graduated Kennedy King College, and they think they about to take over the world by any means necessary. One, he wants to work he wants to become an astronaut. The other one just, want to get the cops off his back, pay his child support. So they like any regular Chicago man, got a job but got side hustles. You know what I'm saying? Like they got side hustles, and I play Travis Capone, one of the leads. I play his best friend, just a young kid who trying to be a rapper, you know, in Chicago, a weird Chief Keef, Kanye West little dude. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know if Travis is as smart as some of the things that comes out his mouth, or if he just heard this off of television or what. But sometimes Travis makes a lot of sense, and sometimes Travis goes off the deep end. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know, you never know what to expect from Travis. Just know, expect something from Travis.
And this show, man, like, because like I said, a lot of my friends watch this now, and my sister and my family, they watch it. We watch it every day because it's just our comedy need that we need. And so I'm over here thinking that Travis and Simon were like cousins, because he said in the beginning, my Uncle Spike. So I was like, yeah, are they cousins? Like, you know, so I like that. And like,
but you know how black people, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when you got auntie so-and-so, that's auntie so-and-so to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Hey, if that's your Uncle Johnny, that's Uncle Johnny. Like, I'm not gonna change his name. You know what I'm saying? So that's, hey, Uncle Spike. That's Uncle Spike, to the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's Uncle Spike.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. No, but the thing about this show is that, especially with your character, they do a special shout out to Diallo and Bazir, because those two are doing a great job with that show. And Diallo gave us a shout out on our show, on our podcast. So this is two members on Southside that came on our show already. So thank y'all so much. Yeah. But you know, just they do very well with detail with the characters. And that's what I like about your character, because like it's so detailed about, you know, like just, and it's kind of like a spoiler alert for people who know about it, but they shows you progressing throughout the whole show. Like every episode, like, hey, he gave up his life to do this, and like, well, he has a job, and like it's kind of like, and then you think like, wow, I get my time part-time to, you know, and it's like, dang, sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Travis, man, like I say, there ain't no cap in Travis rap. You just got to really listen to see what Travis is saying. You know what I'm saying? Travis, he a creator. He got a creative way of saying things. Just like when they took the laptop, he said, I was getting ready to change the way we say the letter W. You know what I'm saying? He's just the innovator. You know what I'm saying? Travis, you know what I'm saying? You got to let Travis shine. Like Travis is just like Edward Williams III. Right. And shorten it up for the people. You know, I'm rebranding, and you could just shorten it. It's just E3. But you know what I'm saying? Just like for E3 with Travis C, once they let them shine, they're going to see what they're going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to something stupid crazy.
Remember the name, y'all. E3, Edward Williams III. Remember the name, y'all. And
hey,
so,
you already know Edward III.
Oh, there you go. Brandon, man, I like that. I like one of them shirts.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hey, look, that's what I'm saying. I'm finna start branding. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna make you one and get it to you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right then. Yeah, man. So, like, man, this character Travis, man, like I said, he's probably one of my favorite. Probably like outside. No, I think he is one of my favorite characters on the show, because like there's one saying that you say, and my sister, my mom, all my friends love this one saying. Can you please just do it for us one time? Man, like, so that's one of the ad libs he does on the show, but it's so catchy. Like, how did you come up with that?
You know, it's fun, dude. Me and Diallo was actually sitting on set talking about like different beats. And if you heard, so when I auditioned, dude, my first lines were the first scenes of the show. I have blue balls until I get your white daughter, kill your white father. That was what I auditioned with. So I walked in here, Diallo Bashir and my man Biden, they sitting there. It's two black dudes and a white dude. And I was just like, are these the lines? They're like, yeah. I'm like, y'all want me to say this? It's like, yeah, whenever you're ready. Dude, at that moment, I just said, hey, fuck it, sink or swim. And I said it so hard, nigga. I have blue balls until I white daughter, kill your white father. And it got silent in the room. And then they just start busting up laughing. And I was like, Like
They like it.
they start dying laughing. They said, "Can you add something to it?" And I just said, "Yeah." And so I get to spitting, and they was just like, "All right." And so when we got on the show, they say, "Keep going." So if you know on the show, I say, "I have blue balls until I kill your white daughter, kill your white father." I said, "Been about my dough, still getting Franklins. And when I say I'm down with Chase, it ain't about that banking. The only white guy I like."
Man, I was gonna ask.
Ad-libbed. I added all that extra, you know.
Man, like, so the karate top part that just like came out of nowhere.
No, so man, we was sitting backstage, and he was just like, "I want you to, you know what I'm saying? I want you to really get them like aggressive." And we just were like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, so you know what I'm saying? Like some DMX or something, like some and then I was, you know what I'm saying? He's like, "Yeah, but we want to make it, you know what I'm saying? We'll make it, you know." And then it's like we both, I don't even remember if he said it or I said it, but gratata came out and it was over with. I had to keep it was gratata, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that part, man, each time, man. Then like I think Kay, he was like, "That's the only part I like." I'm like, bro.
He said, "That's the only part I really like."
And then man, when you was on the microphone, he's like, "Yeah, this is I need this music." I'm like, this man really doing this out here right now. So that was all ad-lib, right? But do you really rap in real life? Like, do you really rap?
You know, so I told you I'm a PK, and my dad used to have us always singing. And it's so crazy, my guy, because I don't know how in the world I blocked this out of my brain, but I do rap. I've always done music, but didn't even know it. You know, I did music because I used to dance. But when I go back and people start hitting me up from school. They're like, "Dude, you been?" And I start thinking, I'm like, "Whoa, dude." Oh, I'm sorry if I don't know if
You good? It's called straight up.
Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, people hit me up talking about all the old songs I used to make in high school." Dude, I swear to you, I thought I was Soldier Boy back in high school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, and you know, like I said, I'm an impersonator, so I was back in school, and I'm like, "Hey, Rap, man, I just went to the mall, man. Guess what I got? What you get, Soldier Boy? Man, I got me some bathing apes." And like, I started buying bathing apes. Boy, I had my hair cut like Soldier. I used to wear the shirts like, and dude, I started making
shirts.
Bruh. And I started making my own. I made a dance I remember called "Crank That Lawnmower." I'm telling you, man, I was a hit back in the day. I made a song called "Crank That Lawnmower." I had a bunch of hits. Like people hitting me up and start reminding me. So I know all this stuff. Why you gonna see videos stuff gonna come out? You know how I do.
Yeah,
and people like, "Oh, I've been doing it." Like I've been, and it's crazy because I didn't even know. I was perfecting my craft then. You know, I was my craft then, and now I come here, and when I really got focused, bro, the shit just came easy. So I do music now. I am gonna come out. I'm coming out as E3.
Yeah.
Get ready to drop some music. You know, I have a special lady I keep around me who's an artist, and she helps me a lot. Natalie Orphelia. You guys can go check her out. And matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure that you do an interview with her. I'm gonna make sure you get your research, maybe you can look her up so you can do an interview with her. She's a sound recording artist. Beautiful voice, beautiful spirit, beautiful personality. Man, she let me come in the studio with her. Man, I've been in the studio now with T.I., you know what I'm saying, with his son Damani. You know, heard they got some projects together. I've been in studio. John Blue, if you're know John Blue, he did Spray on My Cologne with Gucci Man. And it's just been a Vo. I don't know if you know Vo.
Yeah, Vo. Y'all saw him. Yeah, Vo.
Yeah,
you was in the car with him.
Man, that's my homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, me and Vo used to do gospel music back in the day when I was doing comedy. Yeah, like we come up from together. Like I'm talking about, I'm like 17 years old. Like Vo, like me and him, man, we was doing shows in churches, like for stand-up comedy at their youth events. Him and his homie, they come rap some gospel rap. You know what I'm saying? I come back with the gospel, the comedy, and boy, we used to the praise. We used to have a whole little set. We was church circuit.
Yeah, Vo, man. I saw that video with you and Vo. Man, Vo went off. Like y'all were just freestyle playing around, but man, he went off. I was like, whoa, my boy went off.
You know, he cold, man. But yeah, man, let the people get ready, man. E3 coming, bro. E3, I'm coming hard too. Hey, and I don't like doing that. I'm gonna let the people decide, but I'm not gonna toot my own horn too much, but I'm gonna toot it a little bit.
Man, too.
Yeah, you know, toot.
Man, and the thing about it is that we have a segment, we have a show called Music Monday. So like every other Monday, we have different artists on our show to promote their music. So like, hey man, what's your music? So man, y'all come back and tell your home gonna come through because we love to have him, man. Like we love. Cause I used to DJ. I didn't do any music, but I used to DJ at clubs. Like so, I love music, man. Now that I'm like in a more professional setting, I can't really get into like I want to. So I try to like gotta give back to my music side.
Absolutely.
So man, love to have y'all on there.
Everybody has a music side, man. The Bible says that we were created to praise God, a joyful noise. And when you tap into that, man, that side, man, that's what really powers you and give you energy. It's not even people that can't do music, man. I think everybody can. It's everybody who wants to, though. When you really tap into the creative side of you, of your being, that's where you find peace, man. And then that can guide you into the work that you should be doing. Like you know what I'm saying? How you say you do the news. I can see that this is what you love to do, man. And you know what I'm saying? And when you find that, when you really, really find that, dude, like Steve Jobs said it best. He says, you're going to spend most of your life working. So you might as well do good work. But the only way you can do good work is if you love what you do. And if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life and you'd be satisfied. But you you only get satisfaction out of doing good work. And you can only do good work if you love what you do.
Wow. Oh wow, that was deep. My man, bro. I'm just man, cause some people, I like hearing their real stuff, man. Like that's deep, man. Like, cause you know, it's a passion, man. Straight up, yeah, straight up. And like, you know, straight up, but man, you right, man. And it's just you gotta keep pushing. I tell everybody, man, just keep pushing, man. Like I said, just when you hear the word no, just next opportunity. You know, just this opportunity, man, because you gotta keep pushing. Like, so you have I think is a great, you know, because me, I'm always about business, but like y'all went from Comedy Central to HBO Max, which is like, bam, like when you go to HBO Max, prime time, yeah, and you just see, bam, Southside. Like, do you think that's like it's gonna help you out with this now? That like, you know, just like switching from Comedy Central to HBO Max, and then like, you know, more people are getting like, hey, what's this show? Like, you know, is that more beneficial? Do you think how is this going to impact you, especially with y'all having season 2 coming out too?
Oh man, I really think it's gonna do good. It's doing good right now. I have my team working. Like I said, me personally, the same guy who I booked one Finish Line commercial and I flipped it and made it 9. Oh, that same guy is still here. Like I said, I told you the story. I flipped that. I got everybody to hashtag keep the Finish Line guy. I start campaigning myself. I start putting myself out there. I went and did a whole photo shoot. If you go to my Instagram page, that Finish Line photo shoot, that was all me. That wasn't Finish Line, but it looked so good. Like I say, I made them say, hey, I worked for it. You know what I'm saying? I put in my work. So say, you give me an inch, I'm the nigga that's gonna take the mile.
Man, hey, you're right about that, man. I love that, man. You gotta.
So yeah, even now, right now, I have my team working on. I'm doing a campaign for every episode. So the first episode, you know how they graduate from Kennedy King College. Mm-hmm. So I'm working with Kennedy King College right now with their 2021 graduates. I want to do something with them to promote the show. And Diallo, Bashir, everybody's already on board. So we're getting ready to do something with the Kennedy King College. I'm putting something together right now. And then the second episode, you know, it's called Sell Yourself. That's when they were selling Viagra to the old folks home. Now, I'm not going to give the old folks no Viagra.
Yeah.
But I am going to go to the old folks home around on the South Side and give back. I want to probably give them some food or do something with them and do a comedy show for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to work with them and I'm bring them something that I can bring to them. Maybe I'll bring them Ray Charles.
Yeah, they'll love that. They'll love that.
I'll come and do Ray Charles for them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to probably, I'm going to hit my PR person up. Look. And I'm going to do a Ray Charles senior citizen old folks tour.
Yeah. And they'll let it hit the all. And think about the show is that like people think that whole show, and most people can't pick up on small details, but like this whole show is Southside Chicago, right? This is all Southside Chicago, right?
It's real.
All Southside.
The Times, you know, who else? How the critics were raving about this show because here's the thing. It's the most Chicago show you've ever seen because we really were on the South Side. We really were where we said we were.
And then like, cause because of course in Shreveport we have Ratchet, you know what I mean? Like in New Orleans they got Bib, but in Chicago they got What's Up, Joe? And so my sister's like, what the hell? Joe? Who is Joe? And I'm like, so we like, who is
and
Joe?
phone them.
Yeah. And so we were like,
when I first met Nick Nack Paddywhack, why he gonna say so? He was like, man, baby, y'all always saying phone them. He was like, but what about five them?
man, Nick, man, like I have not met Nick in person, but I met Dan Rue already because they all went to LSU, and so like all my friends that went to LSU. So, but I'm like, hey, Bib, I'm like, oh, that's straight New Orleans. But we hear somebody, man, you Ratchet at Shreveport, But I heard Joe's like, man, this is really authentic, like Chicago on this show, man. I think Bazir, Sultan, they're all from Chicago, right? All of them.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Diallo's from Atlanta, but Bashir, Sultan, K, all of them, Zuri. Yep.
Okay.
All Chicago natives.
And they're all relatives, right? They're all relatives.
Zuri, Sultan, Bashir are related.
Brother and sister.
And twins, of course, they're brothers.
Okay. They're from Chicago. Dang, that's so crazy. So I think outside of like maybe Atlanta on FX, like y'all show was like really authentic and giving back to the actual like hood itself. Like, man, I love that, man, because that's the kind of realest people need, man. Like, but y'all show is just like funny, man. Can you like, I know you really can't give too much, but before we kind of go to break, can you kind of give us like, what are we expecting from Travis Capone in season 2?
I'm gonna say this: expect everything. Expect every and anything, and especially
I'm sorry, man. Hey, it took me so long to figure out how do you do that, man? Like, it's so
you gotta roll that off your tongue.
Man, they love that, man. And we love Ed Williams III, man. We're gonna be having a little bit more with him. He's gonna talk about his upcoming projects next on the other side of the break. Stay tuned.
Summer is approaching. That season where most friends and family travel, have family reunions, and enjoy that family vacation you've had over a year to plan. If you haven't had your vaccinations yet, there's still time. You might think you're fine now, but the reality is you're not. There's still contagious variants out there, and some states and cities are still behind on getting vaccinated. Don't ruin your family vacation by worrying about traveling in a hotspot. And don't be the one to cause a loved one at your family reunion to get sick. If you're still deciding on whether or not to take the vaccine, do some real research. And most of all, do what's best for you and your family. Take the politics out of it. And like everything on our show, think about it with an open mind.
Straight up, we know that all lives matter, but historical events have shown that there is an inverse power dynamic between the races in our country. To highlight this, we present our Black Lives Matter merchandise, because let's be real, some of you don't seem to understand that this isn't the organization, but a message. That message, end inequality towards minorities in America. And just in case that's too complicated for you in English, we have the phrase translated into 10 different languages. Visit straightupshowpodcast.com for this and all our other merch. That's STR8 showpodcast.com. Shirts as low as $19.99.
All right, so we're back here with the phenomenal, talented, like I said, I say Renaissance man because he can do everything. And he has that name. Remember his name, Edward Williams III. Man, he is an actor, comedian. Man, what can't you do? You play ball too, didn't you? You play ball, right?
No, actually, I'm not athletic, man.
Not athletic?
Not at all. Boy, I got an athletic bone in my body. I just look athletic.
I say, man, I don't know. You kind of got me confused now. I don't know. I think you can ball a little bit, man.
Grew up in the house with all women, my dude.
Hey,
like I say, I just look athletic. There's not athletic. And check this out. I actually did I shot a TV show, man. I had a show that I was shooting before Southside that I thought I was gonna be famous. The show didn't even have a title yet. It was an untitled Fox project, but they were thinking of calling it Controversy. The show was back in 2017. I was a football player for a college team, and a girl got raped at the football team's like pep rally, like their homecoming party. It was kind of like the show on Netflix. It was American, I think, Crime or American something, where the boy got raped by the basketball team. Andre 3000 was on there. Dude, we were already in the works. Like, they were talking about our show. Like, this show is just like this show or whatever. But it was different because it was a football team and it was raped, and a girl had got raped. Dude, I shot for a month. Man, best month of my life. I shot the dude. You remember the dude from Fighting Temptation? The Tyler Perry movie with the dude, and she ended up getting AIDS. She cheated on her husband and got AIDS. The dude that had AIDS, Robbie Jones, I think his name is. He was my coach, so I got to meet him. Yeah, he was my coach on the show, and man, that's actually where I met my homie Tarzan. I got to play on Soldier Field on the Bear Stadium, and they had to teach me how to catch the football and stuff. Hey, but it's crazy. Look, I played a basketball player on PD. And that show, I got to play a football player. So, fake it till I make it.
Fake it till you, hey, that's part of acting, right? Part of acting. So, man, you are an actor, but the thing is, even though that, to me, it's like anybody that's doing anything positive, you made it. But you're not even, because you want to go further. I know you do. But even you're using your talent to also give back. So, like, tell us about some things you're doing. I know you do a lot of acting coach. Like, what are you doing to give back? Tell us about some of the work you've been doing, like just with your program.
Yeah, I have a non-for-profit called Perfect Your Craft that I'm building up right now to actually do exactly what you said, to start giving back in the form of art. I believe, like I said, creative minds. I believe we all have a creative mind. And we just have to learn to put that into work early on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as I get older, I should teach the youth what I've learned in my old age, so that way they can be more advanced in theirs. So Perfect Your Craft is not just acting. I want to start opening up to all things creativity, whether it be drawing, whether it be, hair, doing hair, cosmetology, nails, just dance, music, acting, every part of that, every part of creating something. I'm not going to say something new, because there is no new thing under the sun, but having the ability of creating what you are influenced by, and teaching people to be, the more you're influenced, the more it looks original. The more influence you have, the more it looks original. If I only study hip hop, I'm only gonna be hip hop. But if I study hip hop, jazz, ballet, you're gonna get something different out of that. Something that might look original, but it's not. It's just, I'm a sum of my influencers. So I want to teach that. That's what I believe. That's how they try to strangle the Black culture, by keeping us away from not only what they know, but what we should know already, right, which would be our own culture and our own customs. But see, here's the thing that they can't stop. Someone like myself I don't need to know where I came from to know where I'm going. See, they lied to me. I don't have to know where I came from. I just got to know what I want to do. And I've learned that. And so now I eat the meat and I spit out the bone. I went vegan, so I don't even eat meat no more. So I can't even use that saying no more. I need to get a saying, a vegan saying. I need to get a vegan saying. Yeah, but teach his own. I go, and we need to learn more. You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids, I'm teaching my kids about stocks, and my kids are 6 and 10. And I told my daughter, they wanted a PlayStation. I said, get all A's and y'all get you one. Like, I set me and my kid, we goals, contracts. I love talking to little kids. All my little nieces and nephews, they call me Uncle Man. You know what I'm saying? That's Uncle Man. And, you know, they want something from me. It's a deal. It's a negotiation. You know, I had a little niece, she wanted to make cupcakes and stuff. I told her, you gonna make them cupcakes, what you gonna do with them? We gonna sell them. And then when we sell them, you gonna pay, I say, how much we gonna have on this? Because it's my money that bought it, whether it be my food stamps or not. You know what I'm saying? So she say 60-40. So I say, I bet. So 60-40.
Do it 60-40. Yeah, do it.
60-40.
Man.
You know, but I'm teaching mine young because I've learned, you know, it's a whole nother life I live, man. I was a personal assistant for this Jewish guy. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that, you know, Jewish people, man, they keep their money in-house. They learn and they teach their young kids, man, they teaching them mathematic games at an early age. They teaching them how to think outside of the box. Do you remember on Coming to America when Eddie Murphy was in the barbershop, he played the white guy?
Yeah.
You know, that was a Jewish guy.
Yeah, and that was, you know, and I didn't know that was him at all.
And so check this out. So, you know, remember the joke that he did at the end?
About the two guys that came in and where's the spoon?
Right, but that's a real Jewish joke. You know the meaning behind it?
I to this day, I can never understand that joke.
Okay, so check it out. I'll do the joke. He says, so man, I went into the restaurant one day, right? And the man gave me my soup. And I say, hey, can you taste the soup? And the waiter says, oh, wow, what's wrong with the soup? He said, just taste the soup. He said, what, is the soup too hot, the soup cold? He said, nah, man, just taste the soup. He said, what, you got to fly in the soup or something? I said, man, just taste the soup. He said, okay, I'll taste the soup. All right. Where's the spoon? Raha. So the meaning of that joke is this. A Jewish person never is going to give you the answer. They want you to use your mind. The waiter never gave him a spoon, but instead of him saying, sir, you didn't do your job, you didn't give me a spoon, he made a situation so that the man could realize what he hadn't given him. And that's brain power. You get what I'm saying? Like they use their brain. So instead of me telling you the answer and saying, hey, bro, you didn't give me a spoon, because that would be me telling you to do your job. It's like, hey, taste my soup. Why? Just taste it. Can you? Think of it like that. All right, I'll taste your soup. All right, taste it. Where your spoon at? Exactly. You never gave me one.
Damn. After all these years, I just finally got that joke. Wow.
Man, I'll give you a secret if you want it.
Full of knowledge, dog. Bring it on, man.
Straight up.
Straight up.
All right, man. I don't care what nobody tell you. All of this knowledge and everybody has, whether they know it or not, it comes from the Bible. And people change it up and put a different name on it. And people listen to them because of the money that they have. All of this knowledge, everything, that's strict, that even Jewishly, it's a joke, but that's still biblical. God ain't gonna never give us the answer, you know what I'm saying? Or never tell us. He always put us in a situation so that we can see ourselves. Michael Jackson said it best. He said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? DMX, man, you know, I just started listening to DMX and I said, I can't be sad for a man that made music like that. He knew where he was going. He knew who he was. He knew who he was serving. You know what I'm saying? It's people that we're still up in this world because we're still thinking at the beginning when Adam and Eve did what they did. Literally, God said, now your eyes are open. Now you're going to think you're God. Right. And that's what we do. Mm-hmm. Everybody think they got a heaven and hell to put somebody in. Everybody looking at him, man, he left these kids. He did this, these drugs, he did this. Where is Heaven's handbook that told you that disqualified him?
Right. Dang.
No, like no one has, first of all, getting to heaven, my Bible tells me it's a gift. I've never had a gift that I had to qualify for.
Right.
All I had to do was say, thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. And that's why I'm clicking with him so well, because like we both grew up in the church. So like, you know, and I know you probably haven't listened to much episodes, but man, you know, I go off. I'm like, man, this is that. And like I said, I always bring it back full circle to the Bible. So that man, this dude is dropping gems today, y'all. Y'all have to remember his name. Edward Williams III, man, because he's dropping gems right now, man. That's so deep. You said that, man. Like, I think that Muhammad Ali was saying that God don't care about if you're Jews, Gentiles, or England or America. It was like, how are we going to treat each other on this earth, and like how are we going to get to heaven and hell? Like, so it's just like people don't understand that, and like I'm going to get a lot of flack about this one, especially from my conservative friends. But like, sometimes Louis Farrakhan says like, dang, it's pretty like, wow, it's some things he says kind of off the wall, but like, dang, listen, like, and you don't have to listen to everybody that kind of tell you. As long as you get information, I think it's all about being a good person, man. And like,
that's what it's all about, dude. I don't care. Let me tell you something. If you was a stone cold killer and becoming a Buddhist made you more calm, peaceful, made you spread more love on this earth, by all means, glory to the booty. I mean, how do you say that? Buddhist. If you Buddhist, Christianity, if you're Christianity is Christian. If you Buddhist is Buddhism.
Buddhism, yeah, Buddhism.
Hey, Buddhism.
I accept it all, man. Wow, this.
You know what I'm saying, right? And that's it's positivity. It's positive energy. Jesus had 12 disciples. He also said that there was 12 nations. You know what I'm saying? 12 different tribes. He also said that there are people. He said there's sheep that are not of this flock. There are signs in there that tell me to mind my business. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
I can call him whatever I want. He said his name. He never even told us his name. If you read the story of Jesus, Jesus never said who God, never gave us God's name, because God is just a blanket name. Mary named him Jehovah or whatever she named him. We call him Jesus. Everybody called him something. You know what I mean? They call him Yahweh, Yeshua. You know what I mean? That's it. Muslims call him Allah. You know, Allah, here's the thing. Jehovah Witnesses call him Jehovah. It doesn't matter, because he never said. He always said, "Who do they say I am?"
I am.
So guess what? I call him the great I am. So whatever I am is what he can be.
Right. And the thing is, if you get all these, the Quran and all this stuff put together, it all has one message. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, do unto others.
That's the message we need to be listening to.
Yep. And it's do unto
That's the
others.
message we need to find.
And it's so deep, man, because I mean, like, because I told you I did my work in Africa and stuff like that. And it's like, they have different beliefs too. It's like, man, like, because, man, one thing that messed me up was that, because, there's always like a stigma that, African Americans and Africans don't get along. You know what I mean? I don't know if you heard it before. But like, man, I talked to a guy in Africa, it's like, man, we don't care about that. That's the past. Like, how can we build each other up right now? You know what I mean? And like, man, that just blew my mind away, man, because don't worry about the past, man. Like,
but that comes with generations, because I have some clients, some students that are Nigerian and that are African who do know about that stigma. They just don't buy into it anymore. Their fathers, their parents are still like that, thinking that they are, and it's not them, bro. This is systematically set up. You got my man from Snowfall, from the UK, Idris Elba. My Nigerian people, they were like, they don't look at us differently, but they look at them differently. One, they're cheaper to come over here to pay them. Two, they speak what they think is well or better than the Black people that speak here, and they make them a hot commodity. It's still like Jim Crow, man. It's still putting the light-skinned people in the house and the dark-skinned out on the field. That's all that is.
Right.
That's all that is. And a lot of the Africans are starting to see that now. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, I looked up slavery, bro, and like I say, straight up, every time I've seen slavery, whether it been in the Bible or on this earth, it was always their own kind who sold them into it. It was either them or somebody like them. It was never the person that the person becoming the slave owner. It was always given to them.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all take that how y'all want it. I know that's going. Hey, I know a lot of people ain't gonna like me now, but
no, because that's exactly what our show is about, man. Like, we I say a little thing on our show is that if y'all like what we talk about our show, we have an email. It's called I don't care at gmail.com. So I mean, like, you just yeah, no, because a lot of people don't care, because but it's the truth though, man. And a lot of people, they're scared to hear these uncomfortable conversations. That's what our show embraces, is those uncomfortable conversations. And it's not just you being an actor saying these things, is that because this is how you carry yourself when you go into employment and you have a different mindset, because the competitor that you're competing against for that role or for a job, where's their mind at? Are they going to fall into the same old, or keep doing the same? Like you said, you have a secret to what you do in your auditions. So do they know that? No, because your mind is expanding. Like, okay, well, these producers and directors are seeing actors already all day. They probably see
all day long.
So hundreds of people. So how can I stand out from the rest of it, man? Like, just that's it, man. And to me, honestly, that's the key of life. You have to run in your own lane. You got to figure out how can you stand out from the rest, because there will never be an Edward Williams III ever again. There'll never be a Calvin ever again. But because we are different, like, our legacy will last on forever. You know what I mean? So that's like, because if you want to keep following, well, I got the brand new J's because they came out today, but the brand new J's that came out, you know what I mean? Which is one of Travis's key episodes was about brand new Jordans coming out on Southside. But but it's like, what makes you trending? Like, so everybody has these new shoes out, but what's going to be different about those shoes and you putting your feet in them? What are you going to do in those J's? You know what I mean? Like, are you going to wear exactly. Style? Are you going to do resell them?
And look, and it's crazy because, like, even in that episode, I'd say I got my J's from I got them from I say, me and Juanita. I met Juanita on a certain website. Yeah.
I said, man, that's one of these. I'm like, Juanita? Who is Juanita? Like, this is just so random. Like,
but you know Juanita is?
Nuh-uh.
That's Jordan's ex-wife.
Oh, I didn't get that. Please tell me that was an ad lib. Like, was that an ad lib or that's just wow? Like, do y'all have free range on that show? Like, do y'all have like just
bro? I was like, honestly, I was only supposed to be in like 3 episodes, and I ended up being in 6. Like episode 8, I think. When they did the free waves.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to be in the episode. Then they were debating whether they were going to cut my hair, but then they couldn't cut my hair because we hadn't shot the last episode yet. So I'm also a painter on the show. Remember, like,
oh yeah, at the end, the comment, yeah.
At the end, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't expect this stuff from Travis. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm painting a whole little Picasso picture. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, man. Yeah, y'all do y'all's thing on that show, man. Because
yeah. Man, they give us a lot of leg room to do our own thing, man. That's why you got all these different characters and you got all this authenticity. Where it's not just one person that created these characters. They actually let us like do a lot. And that's even, man, you gotta wait, stay tuned, man, because hey, you finna get a whole different side. I don't know right now. I don't want to overstep and say too much. I don't know if it's, I believe it's an hour long show, but I'm not Southside.
Okay, my bad.
My new show. I'm on a new show, man, called 61st Street. Executive producer Michael B. Jordan.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm already, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm already looking at season 1 and 2 to be in it. I play a big role, man. I play second in command to one of the top gangs in Chicago. So man, yeah. So that's what I've been doing this week. That's why I got a little hectic, got a little busy, man. I was doing some stuff, getting ready for that. Man, so that's gonna be dope, man. So hey, like I say, remember the name of we was the third, baby, because hey, I'm coming once I finish that, man, I'm going right back to Southside to start finish shooting episode season 2, man. But yeah, y'all can look for me, man, as Victor Simmons. Coming up. Hey, Victor Simmons coming out.
Victor Simmons to Travis Capone to just E3, man. So E3, baby. And my thing is, so let me ask you this right quick. It's kind of like a round robin, like just like last couple of questions right quick before we wrap up. So since you've been an acting, like who is one actor that kind of just kind of like you were starstruck to meet?
Nobody.
So you're
not starstruck to meet anybody yet. I will be starstruck when I meet Jamie Foxx. That's my idol.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx and Leon.
Yep.
Those my two, man. Leon first, man. I've been watching Leon my whole life as David Ruffin, as JT off the Foul Heartbeats. He did Little Richard. He kind of messed me up when he did the movie Couple. But
yeah, I ain't seen that one yet.
Okay. But Leon was my man, but then Jamie has been my idol, man. That Jamie is I'll say me and him are cut from the same cloth. I feel like if I'm gonna resonate with anybody, it's me and Jamie. Me, Jamie, me, 50 Cent, and Kevin Hart. So Kevin Hart. We'll give y'all a few of my ingredients. If you want to know Edward, you got 50, Kevin, and Jamie Foxx.
Okay. And Leon, a little sprinkle of Leon.
And sprinkle of Leon.
Sprinkle of Leon.
And a sprinkle of Leon.
And you know, it's people out there in our community who's never seen Foul Heartbeats. I'm like, wow, that's
they don't belong to our community.
I'm like,
if
man,
you ain't seen Foul Heartbeats, you don't belong to our community.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, to me with Leon's like, how do you go from David Ruffin to JT, man? Like, cause Leon is like, if we had like Black Cinema Hall of Fame, man, Leon definitely gonna be in there.
He definitely need to be in the Hall of Fame, man.
Gotta be,
no, did you see him as Little Richard?
Yeah, I see him. Yeah,
man. Dog, he was in his bag,
man.
Cool Runnings.
Oh, I forgot about Cool Run. Yeah, man. He got a catalog, and like, you know what? That's okay because like as Black actors, you got to make your own way, man. Like if anybody,
I would love to work with Leon, dog. Love to work with that man. That's my.
If I was an actor, you know who I want to work with? I want to work with Lorenz Tate. I don't know why, but I want to work with Lorenz.
He's from Chicago.
Is he really?
Yeah.
God. And I saw you working. I know because Kel was on the show too. But you like had a picture with Kel Mitchell. So are y'all like real close or?
Yeah, man. Man, Kel actually invited me. He's a pastor now.
What? Didn't know that.
Yeah. He invited me to. He opened up Good Burger. You know what I'm saying? As like a pop-up shop. He had invited me out, man. Kel, man, he a really cool dude. Dog, I believe when it comes to the energy, me and him, we cut from the same cloth. That man still acts like Kel from all that. Singing for no reason, like legit. When the camera's not on, he still like he's still like he is Kel. Like
man, when he said
what's up, dude? Yeah.
When he said my new thing called Square Up Jesus, I'm like, Square Up Jesus. It's about fighting your demons. I'm like, bruh.
Who
like,
said that?
That was on the I think when they had the golfing episode Southside when Kel was on it. And he was talking to the clown. He was like, yeah, it's called Square Up Jesus. Square Up Jesus? Yeah, it's about fighting your demons. I'm like, bruh, whoever wrote that, I don't know if it was Langston or Will, whoever wrote it, man. But man, I was like, Square Up Jesus. I'm like, bruh.
Nah, them dudes, them dudes don't make it hard. I'll tell you that. They don't make it hard. Man, the writing is already good for us to even just throw our little sauce in it. You know what I'm saying? It's very good. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you remember the line when Zuri was doing a song, and I'm like, oh, we about to remix Slob on My Knob.
It's my knob. Slob on it. Like, man, that song for Stephanie, bro. Like, that whole part.
It's my knob.
Like, shit on you.
That's Slob on it.
When she said shit on myself so they won't like you, I was like, bro.
Or dislocate your shoulder like in Lethal Weapon.
Shoulder like on Lethal Weapon 2. I was like, bro, who wrote that? And she was like her ad libs on the show was like, sing for your.
Now let me ask you something. Have you watched Bashir Diallo's other show that's on the IFC?
Sherman Showcase? Yeah. Like
Zuri, you know, Zuri out there, she did a Drop It Low for Jesus.
Drop It Low for Jesus, and then she did
Kid
song. Kid the Claw. I was like, bruh, like who did it? And I want to know if it's Diallo. Is he a real DJ or what?
Yes.
He's a real. Okay, I figured he was because I used to DJ, so I'm like, wait a minute. You know these knobs a little too well. You're like, what you?
He DJ. Yeah, he definitely DJ, man. He even though like during the quarantine, he was doing a little DJ. He had little DJ parties on like Zoom.
Okay.
That man, I've met celebrities on there with him. He got a bunch of I met Marlon Wayans. That's what he's good for. I met Marlon, man. You know what I'm saying? I met people, but Jamie, 50, and
Kevin Hart.
Leon and Kevin. I think, but the only person I'm gonna be starstruck really is it'd probably be all three. For probably a second. But the longest I'm gonna be is Jamie. I'm gonna need a minute. By myself. I'm gonna need to become a man again because I'm gonna turn into a whole female. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, hey, so I live in Dallas now. So like his hometown is in Terrell, which is like down the street. And like, you know, if you're driving from Louisiana to Dallas, there's a place called Buc-ee's in Terrell, Texas. I'm like, so you see Terrell, you think about Jamie Foxx because Jamie Foxx is from Terrell, Texas. So I'm like, oh man, I'm from Jamie Foxx. And then you get people in the gas that call Buc-ee's. Oh, Jamie comes in all the time. Like they say Jamie is just a real cool down to earth dude. I'm like, wow. Like I think he would be a down to earth dude that's really cool to kick it with.
Yeah.
But so before we go, wrapping things up with Edward Williams III. So before we go, how can people reach you, contact you, and talk to you on social media or be a part of your nonprofit?
So man, everybody can reach me at Edward Williams III on any social platform. Edward Williams III, there's 3 eyes at the end. Or they can reach me via email. That's bookings@edwardwilliamsIII.com. bookings@edwardwilliamsIII.com. Right now, like I said, I'm still in the works of getting my non-for-profit all the way up, but I do have a website, EW3 Studios, where I do Zoom classes. As far as on the coaching side, I'm getting ready to, Natalie Orfilia is on my website as well. She does vocal lessons. I do have a YouTube channel, Edward Williams III, where I'm going to start posting a lot of tutorial videos for acting. And then they can still book a class with me via Zoom or send me their, send me their audition tapes and I can edit it or I can give them pointers, things like that. Like all this, like, COVID really showed us that we can be international with all of our businesses. So yeah, it's Edward Williams III, every platform. No matter how you reach out to me, I will get back to you. Because that's just what I do.
Man, and like I said, he is, man, outside of him acting, man, just if you heard this show today, man, he's just an all-around good dude, man. Just the energy, the gems he's dropped today. Man, before we go, man, just y'all give it up for Edward Williams III, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And like I said, man, y'all have to remember his name because he is on a rocket and is going to the moon, man. Thank you so much, brother.
Man, appreciate you, dog.
There it is, E3.
Yes, sir. Got to remember the name.
Remember the name. All right, thank you, Evan. All right,
man. Thank you, Calvin.